President Trump calls this a transition period for the American economy as the stock market jumps up and down.
I think this country is going to boom. But as I said, I can do it the easy way or the hard way. The hard way to do it is exactly what I'm doing, but the results are going to be 20 times greater.
As for all that talk about a possible recession because of it, Jay Woods is chief global strategist at Freedom Capital Markets.
What I'm seeing from CEOs during this quarterly reports, just tepid guidance. The numbers are still pretty strong, but they are uncertain what the future brings because they're uncertain what's going on in Washington.
I've got an automated button here.
Do you?
And that helps after I get out of ABC News. Good morning and welcome to the WSJM video live stream. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here is Bret Witkowski as well. And so the buttons, and then I've got to get it reprogrammed because I've got one of these things that's a playback and it's supposed to be guest 3. And so when I have a third guest in here, all kinds of chaos breaks out. And you see me fiddling with the buttons, and sometimes people's microphones are on. Anyway, good morning. It's midweek Wednesday, and it's kind of a special treat because I get to have Bret Witkowski in here. And we talked basketball already. I think I made my quota for the month.
All 5 minutes?
Of basketball talking. Was it 5 minutes? It felt like it was 2 days. No, but
we got to get you more out.
No, I enjoy sports. I mean, car racing. Car racing's really cool.
It is.
I love that.
Yeah.
I wish we had a car racing team, a Midwest Family Marketing and Media car team.
We used to have a Midwest Family soccer team.
Did we really?
Yeah.
A Midwest Family soccer team?
Yeah.
How did that go?
Not well.
Okay. Which is why we don't have it anymore.
We had a basketball team.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see that you probably put that together.
No, actually, Phil McDonald did. And
what
we would do is we would play, and we did it for soccer too, and we did it for softball for a long time. We would play organizations. Basketball is mostly to raise money for something.
Oh, that's nice.
And then softball, we played like every Monday or Tuesday against, it had to be like a non-organized team.
Oh.
So we would play like a factory, or we played
How would you play a non-organized team?
A team that was not in a league.
Oh, in a league. Okay.
Yeah.
Just like okay.
And
Got
it was great. And we had a sponsorship from McDonald's.
Oh, wow.
So then after the game, we all got to go to McDonald's.
Jeez.
We did that for at least a decade.
Oh, the good old days.
And the basketball, we play maybe 5, 7, 8 games.
Okay.
One year we played donkey basketball.
What is donkey basketball?
You rode a donkey.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
How fun is
you had
that?
to wear a helmet.
You know, we have enough room out back. We could have not only basketball courts, we could have donkeys.
Sure.
Out back.
It was fun.
Out back.
Score would be like 10-8. We played wheelchair basketball one year.
Oh, wow.
Against a traveling wheelchair team.
Okay.
They schooled us.
I bet.
But,
yeah. Once you get the travel teams involved, all bets are off.
Yeah.
All right. It's the WSJM Morning Show video live stream. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Good morning. And let's see. We've got news coming up from our WSJM newsroom in just a moment. Our sports. We'll be talking about Canadian tariffs. One of the folks in Canada was trying to add a surcharge of 25% onto electricity coming into Michigan.
Why are we buying electricity from
Michigan? And that's the thing, is it's not going to really hurt us even if it were to go into effect because we're just a pass-through.
Okay.
Yeah. But, I mean, especially when we got a nuclear power plant right down the road and another one getting ready to start up. Really?
And a gas plant.
Oh, yeah.
Covert, too.
Yeah.
You know what team you should have?
Tell us.
An academic challenge team.
What do you mean?
WSJM Academic Challenge
Oh,
team.
we have Academic Challenge on the radio.
But take on the winner.
Oh, you want us to be smart.
Take on the winner.
So you think you're smarter than an 8-year-old or whatever.
Yeah. Lions Club has one.
It is 7:04. We'll be back with news in just a moment.
7cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
Setting up for another beautiful day in Southwest Michigan. Good morning. I'm Ken Lundberg. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Have my co-host here today. It's Bret Witkowski. He decided to drop in and talk about basketball, so we did that for a few minutes. Maybe we'll talk some more about that. We've got other things to talk about, and we'll have our local news in just a moment. First, the forecast, though. Today, it's going to be mostly sunny, a high around 58 degrees. Southeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting up to 20. Tonight's forecast, partly cloudy, a low around 35 degrees. And tomorrow, another mostly sunny one, 65 degrees for the high. Friday, even better, partly cloudy on Friday, breezy. Great day for a picnic because the high is going to be around 73 degrees. It's going to be beautiful.
It will be
73 degrees.
Grass will grow.
As we head into Saturday, mostly cloudy on Saturday with a 60% chance of rain showers. It's going to be windy. Great day to fly a kite. The high will be around 68 degrees. The low is going to be around 58. So another night to leave the window open. It's going to be nice. Have you done that yet this year?
No. Have you?
Really? Oh yeah. Yeah, one night.
Why, your heater's on?
No, you turn the heater off.
Okay.
You turn the heater off because otherwise, you're
Kinda
heating the
waste some
outside.
things,
yeah, you don't want to do that. And then Sunday, partly sunny skies, a 30% chance of rain showers, breezy conditions. The high on Sunday, it's going to be back down to 40 degrees. The high on Sunday, 40. So we're going to go from a high on Friday of 73 to a high on Sunday of 40. Some of the news that we have in the WSJM newsroom today, there's yet more work coming to I-94 in Berrien County. Michigan Department of Transportation spokesperson Nick Sharippa tells us MDOT is going to repave the highway between Coloma and Watervliet, and that starts on Monday.
Currently planning on a 2-year project to repave I-94 between roughly Coloma and Watervliet, as well as repair the Hennessy Road Bridge over I-94 and the Friday Road interchange. So a lot of work going on in kind of a short distance.
Sharippa says they'll work on the westbound side of the highway this year. They'll have 2 lanes remaining open during the work. There might be some additional closures at nighttime. MDOT will repave the eastbound side of the road next year. Sharippa says overall it's a $31.7 million project.
We're looking at 80,000 vehicles a day on I-94. That's pretty significant. So we want to make sure we're putting the right investment in.
The project will include drainage repairs, culvert replacements, guardrail updates, new signs, and new pavement markings. The work starts Monday, March 17th, and will continue throughout the construction season. Other work that's happening, be aware, M63 Niles Avenue undergoing utility work for the next few days. MDOT says the work will take place throughout the week, starting at the intersection of Niles and Napier Avenues and ending at Hilltop Road. Work is expected to wrap up by Friday afternoon, just in time for the weekend. During the work, watch for single-lane traffic and lane shifts. As always, please use caution around those active road crews. State Representative Joey Andrews has introduced legislation that would give some tax breaks to small airports and related businesses. The legislation introduced by Andrews and State Representative Steve Frisbee would amend Michigan's General State Sales Tax Act and Use Tax Act to exempt the sale or purchase of certain aviation equipment. Andrews tells us this will benefit small airports.
Creating incentives for small aircraft, like equipment, production, fuel. Battle Creek has a small airport just like Benton Harbor does, and I think that was, why I was invited to be a part of this package is we were having discussions about, what can small airports do? Well, servicing small aircraft is definitely part of it. A lot of small airports have small aircraft manufacturers nearby.
Andrews says the package would specifically remove taxes on smaller aircraft equipment. He calls this the kind of targeted tax break that he would typically support.
It's something else that we can look at, and we need all the opportunities we can get.
The legislation has been referred to the Michigan House Finance Committee and is awaiting a hearing. Andrews says he has not yet spoken with the Southwest Michigan Regional Airport about the package, but it's intended to help airports like it. What do you say for?
I would think you'd want to ask them first.
Well, legislation's fast moving. Got to write it while you can. I don't know. It's estimated the tax exemptions would reduce state sales tax and use tax revenue by between $4 and $5 million per year. Other news, an engineer with the Van Buren County Road Commission has won a statewide award for a project that was performed last year. Engineering technician David Clift has been honored by the County Road Association of Michigan with its Program Manager of the Year award for a $1.8 million project on County Road 388. Went from CR 653 all the way to the Kalamazoo County line.
Long stretch.
That's a big project. He tells us it was one of the larger projects the Road Commission had last year, and he's pleased with how it went.
I think it went pretty smooth overall, turned out well. We did over 13,000 tons of asphalt paving in 4 days. I mean, the contractors really did a great job. That makes it easier for guys like me, inspectors, when a contractor wants to do good work, take pride in it.
The Van Buren County Road Commission says what made the project unique was its funding, involving a combination of Pine Grove Township ARPA funds, Van Buren County ARPA funds, and Road Commission transportation funds. Clift received the award at the County Road Association's 2025 County Engineers Workshop in Bel Air last month. He said he got all that work done, and he got the award despite the managing road commission director, Bret Witkowski. No, just kidding.
No, it was great. Only one. They only pick one. It's not like multiple winners.
Yeah.
It's only 1 out of 83 counties.
It's a good recognition.
It's a great recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done. I mean, we're very fortunate. We have 4 engineers. Most agencies are begging to find engineers.
Yeah.
Plus, one of them's a surveyor, so that really helps save money.
Well, congratulations to David Clift for winning that award.
He did a good job.
All right, it's the WSJM Morning Show. We continue at 7:11. We've got more news to talk about. We've got the video live stream going, so if you want our unfiltered conversation, tune in. We start that right now.
Tuesday in the
WSJM Morning Show continues. This is the unfiltered portion.
Correct.
So go. What should we say unfiltered?
I think we've already said it all.
Oh, my goodness. Let's see. What are some other state news? I thought this one was interesting. We're going to follow up on this one in the newsroom. Cuts are coming to the capital area Michigan Works office in mid-Michigan. And what caught my eye was we have our own Michigan Works office here locally.
Right.
Funding for the workforce skills developer has been on the decline, and CEO of the capital area Michigan Works, Carrie Rosingana, says starting July 1st, workforce innovation programs for adults, displaced workers, and young workers will see a 10% cut. She says the cuts were expected and will cause some services to be paused or eliminated. She also says they expect more details on the cuts to be released next month. So we don't have a word yet on if the Southwest Michigan Works office will see similar reductions in funding and services, but we're going to ask. Because, I mean, I would imagine
all part of the same family.
All part of the same family, probably all going to see the same pressure this year.
And that portion in this area is part of Connexus, correct?
Connexus does the Michigan Works here. Yes, that is Connexus Group.
Yep.
That is correct. All right, WSJM Morning Show continues. We talked about Tesla. Oh, Canada. Canada. Yeah,
I do like their national anthem.
They play that at every hockey game they're in, right?
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Oh, Canada.
Keep going.
No, that's all I know.
What are the next words?
That's all I know. I do like it, though.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very nice.
And I like their flag.
Yeah, it's simple.
They adopted it in 1967, I think.
1967? Really?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that?
I know stuff that matters very little in life. But that's when I think they officially broke away as a Commonwealth.
Oh, okay.
But if I think you look up, check, see if I'm close on that. I think it was 67.
Let's see here. Yeah. I'll have to.
All right. When was?
Got a couple of things here. One of them says 65.
Okay, well, I'm close.
Yeah.
When's it Canada?
The new national flag was inaugurated on February 15th, 1965, at an official ceremony held on Parliament Hill in Ottawa.
I was close.
Yeah, you were close.
Yep.
You were only 2 years off.
Yep.
That's kind of true with everything, right?
Something that doesn't matter. No.
Only 2 years off.
Stuff that really had no clue or doesn't really matter.
I'm going to ask you about weight restrictions in a minute. You going to be okay with that?
Are you asking me personal question here?
No, you know what I'm talking about. All right, we'll be back in just a moment on the WSJM Morning Show.
Partly cloudy tonight, lows drop down to 35, and sunny tomorrow. Temperatures top out around 65. We're still on track to be in the low 70s on Friday. Our next chance of storms will be Friday night. I'm Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
7:15, it's the WSJM Morning Show for Wednesday, March 12th. Good morning, I'm Ken Lundberg. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. It's clear outside and it's cold. The feels like temperature in Benton Harbor is 20. The feels like in St. Joseph right now is 19. I guess all in all, it's not too bad if you don't have to be outside for very long. And it's going to warm up, as we heard from Carrie Peugeot just a moment ago. Yeah, and it's March. Yeah. So we're just getting spoiled, I tell you. I talked just a moment ago on the video live stream about weight restrictions. Mm-hmm. And I asked Bret if we could talk about weight restrictions. Sure. Bret Witkowski is here with me today. And weight restrictions from a road perspective, not your personal perspective.
Thank you. I'd rather not get into my personal weight.
Not you at the salad bar.
I do like salads after I eat the pizza and everything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, pizza.
I like pizza.
That sounds so good.
It does.
All right. Weight restrictions. What's going on the roadways right now?
So most places around the state have put in what's called seasonal weight restrictions. And the reason they're put in is we had a hard winter this year, and so the ground froze pretty deep.
Okay.
And so as the ground unthaws, that moisture then rises. And if you go along roads that maybe have some cracks, if you see water in those cracks,
oh, bummer.
That's the water coming up from the frost.
Yeah.
And so the weight restrictions are put on to keep it from deteriorating any further. So if a vehicle, I'm just using round terms, has a weight restriction or has a maximum weight of 10,000, the most you can carry now is 7,500.
Oh, okay.
And then you're not supposed to go over 35 miles an hour.
Oh, at any point?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yep. And the state.
How does higher speed mess with the weight?
You know, that I don't have an answer for.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
And so the state, I can tell you, like on the M roads in Van Buren, the state policeman pulling people over left and right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have portable.
You have a Weighmaster too, right?
Yeah, and then we have portable scales.
How do those things work? I had a question about that, and I think Mike said that maybe they have little pads that you roll on top of, or what? How does that work? Do you know?
It takes a lot of time, but you put them under each set of tires, and it weighs it.
Oh man!
If you're a utility or a farming company, you can get an exemption.
You can buy the permit.
Yep. So we've had, I think it's up to 130 permits in the county.
Okay.
But I think we've only raised like 25,000. So I mean, that's
not a lot of money.
No, not for damage that is caused.
Yeah. Okay.
But that was what the state put in, and I'm hoping they get lifted early next week.
Okay. So you think they'll be in probably till next week?
I'm hoping early. Yeah.
Okay. And it just depends on the temperature.
Yeah, that, and we're hoping for a rain. So a rain will then soak into it quicker, and then because it's warmer than what the ground is, it'll pop up the ice, the colder water, and get that out of the system.
Interesting. Road Mechanics.
Yeah.
By Bret Witkowski. We appreciate that.
Yeah, so what it really kills is gravel roads.
Oh, really?
Oh,
messes them up good?
And I drove a couple yesterday, just absolutely beyond bad. But you can't do a lot of work on them until the frost all lifts, because you're just moving around frozen tundra.
Yeah.
And then just makes it a bigger mess. We tried one road, and I don't think it went great.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for the update. Please let us know when the weight restrictions are lifted. I'm sure you will. You do a very good job about sharing that information. Talking about other transportation, Southwest Airlines. Yeah, are you a fan of Southwest Airlines?
I like them. I fly them. If we fly, that's who we use.
You might change your mind soon, because they will soon begin charging customers a fee to check bags. That was one of the things they didn't do.
That, and you could find your own seat.
You could find your own seat, but they're changing all the ways that they do things. They will begin charging customers a fee to check bags, abandoning their decades-long practice that executives had described last fall as key to differentiating the budget carrier from its rivals.
Yeah.
Now they're getting rid of that differentiation. Southwest, which built years of advertising campaign around its policy of letting passengers check up to 2 bags for free, said yesterday that people who haven't either reached their upper tiers of its Rapid Rewards loyalty program, bought a business class ticket, or hold the airline's credit card, you'll have to pay to check bags.
Well, we're in their rewards program, but not at the top.
Yeah, the airline did not outline the fees that they'll charge, but they said the new policy will start with flights booked on May 28th and thereafter.
Bummer.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. When I fly, I try not to check bags anymore. Mm-hmm. I try to just pack it in the one thing that fits, not an oversized or anything like that, and carry it on. And even with the last trip that we took, when Stephanie and I went out to California, they still stopped us at the gate and said, yeah, you probably won't have enough room in your overhead, so we'll go ahead and check this bag for you. It's like,
yeah,
I lost all the convenience and the space as well. I wonder if they do that on purpose.
Probably.
Let you pack the smaller bags and then take it from you anyway.
Yeah, probably.
So you don't pack the larger bags. Let's see, what else? Transportation-wise, the National Transportation Safety Board on Tuesday recommending that helicopter traffic be banned from a 4-mile stretch over the Potomac River when flights are landing at Ronald Reagan National Airport. You would have thought they had this in place already, but they didn't, clearly, because of that helicopter regional jet crash, the collision that happened. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy agreed to adopt the recommendation and continue with flight restrictions put in place after that deadly midair collision that happened in January, saying the nation was threading the needle in allowing helicopters to fly down the same airspace as landing aircraft. They say the urgent safety recommendation is part of the NTSB's preliminary report on that midair collision that killed 67 people in the deadliest crash in the U.S. in nearly 2 decades. NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy, at a briefing yesterday, said the setup at the airport poses an intolerable risk to safety, and that's why they are going to change their overall restrictions and continue with the new restrictions as well. Let's see. There was a plane coming out of Florida that was headed to Flint, Michigan, that had to make an unplanned landing after takeoff. So they were taking off in Florida. They were at the St. Pete Clearwater International Airport. They took off, and then one of their engines hit a bird. Yeah, so they had to land again. Allegiant Flight 1536 departed St. Petersburg Clearwater International Airport shortly before noon yesterday, hit a large bird shortly after takeoff. The pilot decided to turn around and make an unplanned landing back at the same airport. As a precaution, the plane landed safely at 12:15, taxied to a gate under its own power. No passengers or crew members were injured during the incident.
I'm more surprised there's airplanes flying into Flint.
Right? Right?
From Florida?
There's
such a demand in Flint to get...
I guess. But,
wow.
What surprised me about this is, we've been flying for a long time. Air travel, right? It's buses in the air, and they go, if you ever look at an active flight map of how many planes are in the air at any given time around the United States, it is crazy.
It is.
It's unbelievable. And, how many birds are we hitting per day that we're just ignoring?
A lot.
Yeah.
That and the windmills.
We're hitting the windmills?
I've heard that, yeah.
Oh, the birds are hitting windmills. Yeah. Birds and bats. Bats fly into the windmills, too.
Do they?
Yeah, unfortunately. Let's see. What else do we have to talk about here this morning? Go ahead.
I like when we went to Wisconsin this past weekend, and I like going around 294 around O'Hare.
You want to talk about your recent driving stuff in Wisconsin?
Which one?
The stuff you posted up on Facebook.
Oh, the one that got whacked on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
We want to know.
Well, first off, finish your story about what you were doing in Wisconsin.
So this past weekend, we went up there for our grandson's baptism.
Oh, very nice.
So that was cool.
Congratulations.
Yep. So
how old is he now?
He'll be a month.
Okay. Very nice.
So, yeah, and they're coming this weekend to visit, which
very good.
That'll be happy.
Okay.
But they had a month after he was born. Amy had gone up the week he was born and stayed a couple weeks to help Emily out. And then I went up Saturday and that Sunday.
Yeah, about a month ago.
Yeah, a month ago.
Yeah.
And then coming home on that Sunday, it was cold and windy, and there was ice patches on the Wisconsin highway.
Okay.
Like a US 31 type of deal.
Yeah.
And this guy goes by me with a
passes
me.
Okay.
And I'm going 57. Everybody knows me. I pretty much drive the speed limit.
Okay.
And then a guy goes by me with a big Ford, probably F-150 or 250, with a snowmobile trailer.
Oh.
And he hits the ice and loses total control.
Oh, goodness.
And then he slammed into me.
Oh.
And then it must have been at one point a 2-lane road because there were still farms on the side.
Mm-hmm.
And this farmer's out there with a Skidmore, which is a little front-end loader.
Okay.
And the guy in the pickup slammed into me so hard, he slammed me off the road. I hit ice, and I hit the Skidmore head-on at 55.
Oh, wow.
And so blew the car apart. My glasses didn't even move.
Off your face?
No.
It's because your head's so big.
It is.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's incredible. Anybody hurt?
Nobody. I mean, the guy
Thank
in
goodness.
Skidmore had his elbow. All I remember is getting ready to, as I saw myself heading towards the Skidmore, I just said, God, either I said, please don't let me get killed or let me live, one of the two.
Yeah.
And only by grace of God I lived through it. Because when I got out of the ambulance, get ready to get out of the ambulance, the guy's like, man, you're lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
I'm like, that bad? He goes, yeah, it's that bad.
If you saw the pictures that Bret posted up on Facebook after that collision, I am surprised nobody was hurt.
Yeah.
And thankful that you're fine.
Yep.
That everybody made it through okay. I mean, the car itself totaled.
Totaled, yeah. It was pretty. It didn't bother me so much. It really bothered when Amy came upon it. It really bothered her, which I get.
Is that her primary car?
No, it was.
Oh,
mine.
okay.
But just it was.
I bet it bothered her.
Yeah, it just was. I don't know how to describe it other than I'm lucky to be here.
Yeah,
I mean, it was that when I hit that thing so hard, and that airbag. I mean, it goes.
Oh, the airbag hit you in the face?
Hit me in the chest.
Oh, okay.
And I had.
What happened to your face? Just kidding.
Kidding. That was called birth.
No,
But,
they hit you in the chest. Wow. Were you sitting up too close?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think because I'm taller.
Oh, okay.
And I had a bruise, but
Yeah,
that was
I
only
bet.
for that day. The next, I mean,
Can you
I
take
had
a deep
nothing.
breath?
Yeah, nothing.
Huh.
And then about 3 or 4 days after that, my phone, I started getting all these calls.
Yeah.
And I finally picked up one. It was a lawyer agency calling.
Oh, man.
Saying, hey, are you hurt?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. And I'm not going to lie. And then I got something in the mail last week, too, from an attorney wanting to know if I was hurt and needed help.
Yeah.
But,
how's the insurance with your car? It cover the cost of a new car?
No, but
Never does.
No, but we have insurance management.
Okay.
Here in town.
Yeah.
And Tarek, who is my agent, he does those ads with
Yep.
owner. Called him that Sunday, got everything going.
Taken care of.
Yep, taken care of. I mean,
Okay, good.
I've always promoted people to use local because when something happens, you need them.
Yeah.
And so it worked out as good as it could.
Yeah.
And then I was fortunate we got a new car or a different car.
Yeah. What'd you get? 57 Chevy?
I wish.
Okay. That'd be cool if you did.
Yeah, if I could afford that. But it was, I'm going to tell you what, I've never been in an accident in my life. I do not want to be in another one.
Any words with the guy who was pulling the snowmobiles?
No. I mean, to his credit, he pulled over and ran up as fast as he could to make sure I was okay. No, I couldn't get out of the car right away. Only reason was I was so deep in snow.
Oh. Wow.
But no, he was at fault. He stayed. I mean, he filled out all of the paperwork he needed.
Yeah.
And his insurance company's paying
Something to slow
cars.
down?
No, I was too much in.
A little preoccupied?
Yeah, because I think the first person I called was Amy. I'm like, hey, I got in a bad accident.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're glad you're fine. We're glad you're okay. Congrats on the new car. Used car?
Of course. Yeah, for me, used.
Only the finest.
Yep.
For Bret. All right, it's 7:28. It's the WSJM Morning Show. We've got the Bloomberg Market Minute coming up in a couple of minutes. We've got ABC News. We'll have the latest from our local newsroom. It's all coming up right here on WSJM.
So, you want a free...
Yeah, Wisconsin in the wintertime, that's not a time to be speeding around on the roads.
No, it was sunny out, and there was ice patches when it was in the shaded area. And then it was getting really windy.
Yeah. Have you found that Wisconsin drivers are very polite? They seem to follow the rules pretty well.
Haven't paid.
That's been my experience driving in Wisconsin.
I believe you.
What are you playing over there? Who are you talking to?
Nobody.
Okay.
Just check my emails at work.
Oh, Anything good?
Nothing bad, that's usually how I gauge my mornings.
Let's see. Good morning, Bill. Bill says, good morning, guys. Mike Weibel's out there. He says, I think weight restrictions could be hate speech. Oh, come on, Mike. Come on. Diane says, good morning, all. Bill says, good morning, Diane. Yeah.
Hate speech.
Well, we were talking about weight restrictions, and we were taking it personally,
Well, yeah, I can understand it. Mike and I should.
Oh, boy. And me.
No, you're not in our category.
Oh, boy. All right.
No, you need to come play some ball with us. So,
I told you I went to WSU for Cougar Cage camp when I was in high school, or maybe it's junior high. Maybe it's junior high. I was in
Washington
there.
State?
Yeah, Washington State University.
So what did you do?
Just basketball camp. Just played basketball.
One time?
No. I mean, it was a whole week.
No, I know, but you only went one time.
Yeah. I don't think I went a second year. Because, I mean, it was something that, for me, it was fun. And one of the benefits was it got me out of work.
Sure.
Because I had to work in the fields that my dad was managing. And the funny thing is the money I earned from working in the fields actually went to pay for the camp.
Oh, did it really? So you're like, I'm not doing this again.
Yeah, it was a great camp, though. We got to stay in the dorms.
Yeah, that's the fun part.
We got to
eat in the cafeteria,
play on a lot of the courts that the basketball teams played on, practiced on. It was a lot of fun.
Cafeteria?
I don't remember the food.
Oh, that's the part I remember.
They may not have fed us. All right. You see this measles outbreak is getting worse in West Texas?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. 258 cases now across 3 states.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's a measles outbreak in West Texas linked with cases in New Mexico and Oklahoma. The total number of cases, 258 across 3 states. In West Texas, 223 cases reported, 25 more confirmed cases since an update on Friday. Let's see, New Mexico's health department reported 33 measles cases. We consider this a regional outbreak of measles that has been linked geographically and by the strain identified through the genome sequencing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, even with the climbing case counts, experts say the numbers are a severe undercount. The issue is when it spreads to communities that don't have high vaccination rates. And I think that's what you're seeing in a lot of this is these are some communities, some small, close-knit communities that are not part of the vaccination regime. And so that's why it's kind of ripping through that area. Although most of the cases are in patients who were unvaccinated or who have unknown vaccination status, 5 cases were found in people who said they had been vaccinated with at least 1 dose. Yeah. All right. Got more to follow up on here in just a moment. Right now, we've got the Bloomberg Market Minute. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
When the Nasdaq fell 32 points, President Donald Trump sought to reassure a business roundtable over the outlook for the economy and the steps he's taking to boost growth. Trump said he does not see a U.S. recession. A person familiar with the meeting said Trump told top executives of the business roundtable he's putting a priority on speedy approvals and plan to soon announce a major electricity project. Futures point to a higher open today. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
33 degrees still in Benton Harbor, same in St. Joseph, same in South Haven. 32 degrees in Dowagiac right now. In St. Joseph, the feels like temperature is 19. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. We're watching the TV monitors here while we're talking to you. And one of the things is a mission to bring the astronauts home. We've been talking about this for, it feels like a year. Has it been? Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? Oh, you're just looking at the hair. I'm
jealous of the hair.
In zero gravity.
I'm jealous.
The
I
astronaut,
wonder what happened to my hair.
The astronaut's hair is all over the place. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
we'll talk about
that. You get jealous of things like that.
We've got more coming up. ABC News is next, and then we'll have a preview of the stories we're covering at 8 o'clock.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. More job cuts in Washington, this time at the Department of Education. 1,300 positions to be eliminated. Steel and aluminum tariffs going into effect today. As for the overall U.S. economy, President Trump says he's not worried. Here's ABC's Nicole D'Antonio.
Trump vowed to make the economy better on day one, but now he says the U.S. is in transition.
Do you think
there will be a recession?
I don't see it at all. I think this country is going to boom. But as I said, I can do it the easy way or the hard way. The hard way to do it is exactly what I'm doing, but the results are going to be 20 times greater.
Wall Street gets a new report on inflation today, which could ease concerns or raise more concerns about where the economy is headed.
This morning, Dow futures are up around 220 points. There was a shooting outside the normally crowded Terminal 2 at O'Hare Airport in Chicago overnight. One person's hospitalized and one is being questioned. This is ABC News.
WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
7:35, WSJM Morning Show continues. Good morning, I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me this morning, special Wednesday treat. We've got Bret Witkowski in the house. Hey, Bret.
Amen.
It's good to see you.
Amen.
Oh, boy. All right. It's currently 33 degrees in Benton Harbor and in St. Joseph. Forecast for today does call for mostly sunny skies, high around 58, winds gusting to 20 miles per hour out of the southeast. Tonight's forecast partly cloudy, low of 35, and east winds just very light. Thursday's forecast mostly sunny, a high around 65, and east winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Friday, that's the warm one of the week. We're looking at partly cloudy skies, breezy conditions, and a high on Friday around 73 degrees.
Wow.
It's going to be super nice.
We haven't seen like May.
Yeah, we haven't seen 73 since what, October?
I would think so.
Is that about right?
Hope doesn't mess up the farmers.
Yeah, I mean, because if you see the buds start coming out, then you got to watch for the freeze.
Right.
Then you have to watch for the freeze. Some of the news that we're covering at 8 o'clock this morning from the WSJM newsroom. State law enforcement saying they're concerned over federal funding for emergencies. The Michigan State Police holding a news conference yesterday to explain how their work will be impacted if they see a dramatic drop in federal emergency management agency dollars. They say there's about $56 million that's owed to Michigan that has a hold on it right now. We'll talk about that coming up at 8 o'clock. There are some big sidewalk projects happening in Lincoln Township this year. Speaking to the Lincoln Township Board of Trustees yesterday, the engineers say there's a $1.5 million federal allocation that has to be used this year to construct a 10-foot wide shared use path along South Roosevelt. So they're getting going on that. And let's see, what else? Oh, with weather warming up around southwest Michigan, golf courses starting to get ready to open. We'll tell you a little bit more about a couple of local golf courses. That is coming up at 8 o'clock right here on the WSJM Morning Show. Sports is next with Dave Wolf right after a look at state news.
The Michigan News Network.
Dun, dun, dun.
People who like golf really like golf.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, when's the last time you played?
Probably last year in a tournament or something.
Yeah.
I'll play one or two times a year.
I haven't played in several years, but I really do enjoy it. I started when I was still in grade school and played on the high school team.
Did you really?
Yeah. We started a high school golf team, and there were probably 6 or 7 of us.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That was back when I had my perm.
I want to see photos of that.
I wish there were photos. There must be photos somewhere in the yearbook.
Mom's got one.
In the yearbook or something. I'm not sure.
A perm.
Yeah.
My father-in-law had one.
Well, I let my hair grow really long.
Yeah.
Out of defiance because I was a teenager, and my dad kept threatening to take me for a haircut. And I said, "Well, I'm growing it out because the neighbor's kid is going to beauty school and needs somebody to do hair thing on." Well, what she needed to do was a permanent.
How long that lasts?
I don't know. Come to think of it, probably a couple of months.
You must have been.
It didn't look good.
I was going to say, did
it did not look good.
Was there finger pointing at school when you walked in with the perm?
Probably.
A lot of head turning.
Probably.
After you walked past them, like what the?
It did not look good.
Because that was the '80s thing.
It was in the '80s. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so
I look like Epstein from Welcome Back, Kotter.
Juan Epstein's mother's doctor.
Yes. Had a note.
Yep.
Wrote a note. All right. Let's see.
Juan Epstein.
Yeah.
I think he passed away too.
Oh no.
I think
really?
A lot of them have.
Look it up.
What was his real name?
I don't know. Just Google up Welcome Back, Kotter cast or Juan Epstein.
I like that show.
Yeah, that was a good show. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? Goldman Sachs on the economy. Bird strike. Oh, we should talk about the astronauts.
Of course.
Yeah.
I would think you would. I'm disappointed if you didn't.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. NASA. I want to get the latest on this because this always seems to change on when they're going to bring those astronauts home.
Okay, Gabe Kaplan, who was Cotter, he's still alive.
Okay, good.
He's got to be the oldest one. Obviously, John Travolta.
John Travolta's still alive, by the way. Yeah. Who else?
I can't remember his character's name.
Who? John Travolta? Vinny Barbarino.
No.
Oh.
The other one. So Freddie Boom Boom Washington's alive. Freddie Boom
He's
Boom.
still alive, too?
Yeah.
That's good.
That's what they're saying.
Okay. So there's Freddie Boom Boom Washington. There was Vinny Barbarino, Juan Epstein, and Horshack. Remember Horshack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's dead. I know Horshack.
Oh, poor Horshack.
Yeah, he died. He came here for something one time.
To Southwest Michigan?
Mm-hmm.
Really? What did he come for?
I don't know if he spoke somewhere.
Importance of education?
I'm not sure.
Huh.
I honestly don't remember why, but he was here.
Diane says, glad you weren't hurt, Brett.
Thank you.
All of us are. Yeah, absolutely.
And by grace, I'm telling you what, I hit that thing. I still envision it. It doesn't bother me. We drove by it coming home.
Oh, you saw the wrecked vehicle?
No, the site.
Oh, okay.
And there was still some junk from the accident there.
Get out and clean that up.
I know. Felt bad for the farmer. I'm glad I hit him in the back angle.
Yeah.
The show was on for 4 years.
Only 4 years?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It's like Brady Bunch. Brady Bunch wasn't on that long.
Really? And like Star Trek. Star Trek was what, 1-2 seasons or something like that?
The original one?
Yeah.
That's it, huh?
Let's see. The original Star Trek. Oh, it actually aired 1966 to 1969.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I still remember watching the reruns.
Well, I did too.
Incessantly.
Yeah, that and watching a Brady Bunch too.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see. The only ones are still alive is Cotter.
Okay.
Boom Boom Washington and John Travolta. Everybody else has passed away.
They should do a reunion show. How amazing would that be?
With dead people?
No.
That'd be called Ghost.
With a live one.
Oh.
We watch Ghosts. I like Ghosts.
My mother-in-law likes that. I think my oldest daughter likes that show a lot.
It's cute. It's clever.
Yeah. I liked it. I liked Welcome Back, Cotter. I remember watching it. Did you ever watch the show? It was called That's Incredible.
I did.
I liked that. It was cool.
Yeah, that was fun. What was the premise of that show?
People who did extraordinary things.
Just that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tiger Woods was on there when he was like 3 years old.
Was he really?
Mm-hmm.
He was on That's Incredible?
Yeah, because how good a golfer he was.
Huh. It
was Fran Tarkenton and a lady named Kennedy. I can't remember the other guy.
Let's see. Kathy Lee Crosby was on there.
Yeah,
John Davidson.
Correct.
And Fran Tarkenton.
Yep.
Yeah, ran from 1980 to 1984.
It would be on Monday nights before NFL Monday Night Football.
Oh, okay.
So I had a good lead-in audience.
I guess.
And then my mom would let me watch 1/4 of Monday Night Football, and then I had to go to bed.
That's it?
Because it would start at 9, and my bedtime was 9:30. So
okay.
Sometimes it would go 9:40. My mom would be like, okay. I'm like, first quarter. She goes, okay. Life was simpler back then.
Yeah, I bet. Let's see. Space.
But that was a good show. That's incredible. It was kind of like a modern version of Ripley's Believe It or Not. That's how I kind of viewed it.
Yeah, I liked the Ripley's Believe It or Not TV show. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
They always had like a little bit of a dark side on it.
I always liked Bozo's Circus, too.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
What about J.P. Patches? Did you ever see that one? As another clown.
Now, Bozo was a big deal around this area growing up if you were
Chicago, right?
45 and older, yeah.
All right, we've got to get back to the show. Let's do that, and we'll talk about SpaceX here in just a moment.
Sunny skies today. A little cool this morning, but we warm up to 58 this afternoon. Skies will be mostly sunny, a little bit breezy at times with the winds out of the southeast. Partly cloudy tonight. Lows drop down to 35, and sunny tomorrow. Temperatures top out around 65. We're still on track to be in the low 70s on Friday. Our next chance of storms will be Friday night. I'm Chief Meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
744 WSJM Morning Show continues. Good morning. I'm Ken Lundberg. Here with me this morning on a rare midweek appearance. Bret Witkowski.
I like it well done, though.
You like, yeah.
Medium well done.
Meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
And broccoli.
And mac and cheese.
Oh, yeah. Mac and cheese sounds good.
I like mac and cheese.
You're getting hungry. It's breakfast time.
I had mac and cheese last night.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Is it homemade or out of a box?
Out of a box.
Really? Mm-hmm. Did you make it yourself?
No.
Oh, okay.
Amy was nice enough to make it.
Oh, that was nice. I like mac and cheese out of the box from time to time. It's a special treat. But it's got to have that unnatural orange glow to it. I really like it when it has the unnatural orange glow. If it's like a pale yellow, I don't want it.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
When I make it, I do not put milk in it.
What do you substitute butter for the milk?
Yeah.
More butter?
Yeah, I do, actually.
That sounds about right.
Yep, I actually do.
Oh, boy.
And that tastes pretty good.
Yeah, I can imagine the more butter, the better. All right, we've got to get our Moody on the Market update here. We should also talk about SpaceX because they're getting ready to finally rescue those people who've been stranded up at the International Space Station forever, it feels like. So we'll talk about that in just a moment. But first off, let's do our Moody on the Market update. It's brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. You like them.
I would definitely recommend them to everybody.
IMS. Yep. There you go, Bret Witkowski. One of the stories that we have to highlight today on our MoodyOnTheMarket.com, the unofficial buzz suggests that Taco Bell might be coming to exit 23.
I heard that.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm a little disappointed because I'm probably one of the 5 fans of Long John Silver's.
Oh, yeah.
And
sorry, Long Johns.
They're gone.
Yeah. Social media has been buzzing the past couple of days about an apparent decision by Taco Bell to locate a new restaurant at I-94 and exit 23 at the former site of the Long John Silver's.
I still have a gift card.
Anchors away. You better find another one. Is it good at any of them?
I think so.
All right.
I tried buying that place.
The Long John Silver's? What for?
Because I like it.
You tried buying it?
Yeah. I had a realtor friend try to contact them. They would not return calls.
Really?
Out of, I think they were California.
You should buy the McDonald's next to it, the old McDonald's.
I saw that too.
Yeah. What do you do with it, though?
You could put in, like A&W root beer or something different like that.
A&W would be great.
Yeah.
Fries and root beer. Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing better. Long John Silver's quietly closed recently, as folks will know. Yeah, they didn't want the same press that we gave McDonald's for closing.
Well, I don't know anybody really cared, to be honest.
That's true. That's true. And part of the reason why they closed. The only surprise, according to many social media commenters, is that it hadn't closed a long time ago. Rarely have we observed such a general lack of enthusiasm for a restaurant that's disappeared. Yeah, people must not have liked that.
I did.
Yeah?
So when Amy would go out of town, I would go there, and I'd be one of 2 people.
What was your dish? What did you get?
Usually the chicken with fries. And
it's Long John
puppies.
Silver's. Why would you get chicken?
I like their chicken.
Oh, man. That's why they went out of business, because they kept having to buy chicken for you.
Well, I kept ringing the bell when I left, but it wasn't enough to keep them happy.
Long John Silver's, let's see. As for Taco Bell's rumored entry to exit 23, it appears there's considerable support, as there always is for a new restaurant around here, as well as some who long for more exotic and upscale quick-serve restaurants, other things they've been I don't know.
Upscale?
I don't know. Well, they're talking about like Raising Cane's.
Oh, I thought you meant Taco Bell.
And other stuff. No. They wanted something better than Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell.
I am amazed the number of new foods they come out with all the time.
Oh, the different little concoctions.
I mean, to their credit.
Yeah, how many different ways can you do beans, rice, and a tortilla shell?
They are, I think, absolutely amazing and reinventing stuff.
Yeah, and it looks tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like what is it, the gordita? Did they do that one?
I'm not a big fan of Taco Bell.
Oh, okay. What about Taco Time? Do you ever have a Taco Time? As they were a competitor. It was like McDougal's instead of McDonald's. Meanwhile, efforts to get official confirmation of Taco Bell's plans have not produced a thing. We put our reporter Gail Olson on it, and he's trying to reach out to somebody who can give an affirmative or a negative, and they have declined to comment. However, the number of separate, unconnected social media posts strongly suggests Taco Bell indeed will be the new occupant. We'll keep on that to see if we can get an official confirmation, because the last thing I want to do is raise your hopes for the Gordita and not have it come through.
I just want to know where a new Long John Silver is going to go. Where's the closest one now?
I don't know. Look it up. Look it up on your phone. Moody on the Market Update brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. We've got more coming up in just a moment here on the WSJM Morning Show.
My name is Tammy Gould. I'm the executive director at...
Are you looking it up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I am disappointed.
That's interesting.
Niles.
There's a Long John Silver's in Niles.
Says so.
Anchors away.
Yep, I can head down there.
Go down there and check it out.
I just have liked their food always.
I do like the Hush Puppies. I've had the Hush Puppies before.
Michigan has 18 locations
of Long John Silver's.
Yeah,
maybe 17.
Yes. Well, and I knew they were part of another company. They're part of KFC.
Oh,
and I thought there was one more in that group.
Well, remember KFC moved out of Kentucky.
Correct.
That could be why Long John Silver's is moving out of the Great Lakes area, or at least Michigan, Southwest Michigan. Let's see. Later today, SpaceX capsule scheduled to carry 4 astronauts to the International Space Station. We'll talk about that in just a moment.
Good for them.
Hope they can make it back.
I think they will.
I hope they will.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. What do you have on tap today? Anything fun?
You know, I don't have any meetings today, which I just got to clean up a couple things and have a lot of them next week, I think. Excuse me.
Road-wise, are you? Do you have a bunch of construction projects planned this year?
Yeah, at least, 4 major ones, which includes Red Arrow.
Oh. What are you doing on Red Arrow?
Redoing it.
Okay.
Not in front of Watervliet High School.
No.
I get people, I was at the grocery store and like, when are you going to fix the one in front of Watervliet? I'm like, that would be Berrien County. And actually, that's the city of Watervliet, not Berrien County.
Red Arrow Highway, in some areas,
brutal.
It is.
Brutal.
And it has been for years.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand. Some areas, beautiful, where they've gone on the road diet and they've, paved it anew. It's nice.
Yeah, we don't do road diets, but
why not?
Because we don't have any 4 lanes other than Blue Star.
Okay.
But yeah, once we get this section of Red Arrow done, then we've got it.
You ever notice how road stuff is weight restrictions, road diets, slimming the lanes?
As people look at me.
Oh boy.
No, we got a lot of major projects and a lot of local projects. So we have a very, 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 very busy construction season. Really busy.
Good.
So we're thankful for that.
And always give them a break. Be careful in work zones because somebody's life is on the line.
Yeah, sadly, we had a guy killed 2 years ago.
And
then we had a guy had his foot ran over.
Ouch.
Yep.
Ouch. That's painful.
And we lost in court.
You lost in court? Yep. What was in court?
Getting the guy prosecuted.
Oh, for running over the person's foot?
Yep.
Was it just I don't want to wait?
Yeah, just a jerk. I don't know, best way to put it.
Oh, okay.
We had road close signs.
Huh.
Suppose you didn't understand what it meant.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. All right.
Then why are you driving?
Oh, boy. All right. Let's see. Diane confirms there's a Long John Silver's in Niles.
Sweet. I'll be going to Niles.
And let's see. She also says something about hot dogs and burgers. Hot dogs or burgers. I think she's talking about A&W there. Yeah, A&W is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had talked to them about coming here.
I like their mascot, the little bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I like their root beer floats.
Back in just a moment right here on the WSJM Morning Show.
LakeMichiganCollege.edu. Stay informed and stay tuned to 94.9 WSJM.
From the Pat Moody Studios, this is WSJM FM Benton Harbor, St. Joseph, a product of Midwest Family Marketing and Media. Proudly serving our community. The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
7:54, it's the WSJM Morning Show. Good morning, I'm Ken Lundberg. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday, March 12th. Special midweek treat. Bret Witkowski is here. Hey, Bret.
What up?
Thanks for joining us this morning.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it. We appreciate all the basketball stuff. You're going to get together the brackets for the men's and women's NCAA basketball tournament. And there are a few of us here. You're gonna get us the brackets, and we're gonna choose, and we're gonna see how well we do.
I think it'll be fun.
From the sports aficionados to the foosball aficionados. To me, under that, we'll figure it out.
Space expert.
Yeah, well, speaking of space, later today, a SpaceX capsule is scheduled to carry 4 astronauts to the International Space Station. Their arrival will clear the way for 2 other astronauts that have been stranded at the International Space Station to finally return to Earth. The astronauts, Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams, were supposed to spend about a week on the space station when they went up last June.
Wow.
Last June it was. But they remained on the International Space Station after the experimental Boeing capsule they took into orbit malfunctioned. In the past month, President Trump and his close advisor, Elon Musk, have repeatedly said that they could have brought him home earlier if the Biden administration had cleared the way for that to happen. So I don't know if they'll do any kind of investigation on that, but it is kind of interesting that they couldn't have done it earlier. Why not?
Well, I agree. It's no different than when Biden had his electric vehicle initiative at the White House, and you don't invite Tesla.
All right.
Back in the day.
Back to the space stuff for a moment.
All right. Well, that was space.
The SpaceX Dragon capsule headed to the station tonight is carrying the new crew for the station into orbit. Not actually going to be a capsule. It's not going to be the capsule that brings Williams and Wilmore home. The capsule that will bring them home is already docked at the International Space Station. They just always have to have that redundancy, the backup plan.
Okay.
And so the capsule that's up there will be able to bring folks home. Let's see what else.
Did you see where Jeff Bezos, is that his name? Bezos. He is going into where all the landings have landed in the Indian Ocean, from Americans' space stuff, and start retrieving that.
Oh, really?
And I guess he went down. There's so much down there from all the stuff that's landed in the ocean. I think it's the Indian Ocean, isn't it? Where they?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
But
like when, Apollo missions and things like that would come back, just automatically sunk down.
Because it's a nice area where you can, land a lot of stuff, or let it just splash, with nobody around, that kind of thing.
Right.
So you're saying he's going to go there and start recycling stuff?
Yeah, he was talking about going down and pulling that stuff up.
Huh. I did not see that. We'll have to take a look at that. That'll be interesting.
See, I taught you something today.
Thank you very much.
Doesn't happen often.
I appreciate that. Let's see. We talked about the measles already. Oh, this is a follow-up to a story we told you about yesterday. British police yesterday arrested the captain of the cargo ship on suspicion of manslaughter.
What?
This is the two cargo ships in the UK. One was a U.S. vessel that had military jet fuel basically on board, and it was docked, and then all of a sudden this other ship ran into it.
On purpose?
No, by accident. It appears anyway. It seems like it is by accident. And basically an explosion ensued and all kinds of fire, and then there's one crew member who went missing and is presumed dead in the collision. Shipping company Ernst Russ, the owner of the Portugal-flagged container carrying the Solong, said the arrested man was the ship's master. It said he and our entire team are actively assisting with the investigation. The captain was basically detained on suspicion of gross negligence manslaughter in connection with the collision. An American crew member of the U.S.-flagged Stena Immaculate tanker who anonymously spoke to CBS News said that the vessel had been anchored on the spot where the collision occurred. The tanker had relayed its coordinates, meaning all other vessels in the area should have known its position, hence why the person was now arrested for negligent manslaughter. Government said the cause of the collision still under investigation. No indication of any foul play, but it sparked fears of significant environmental damage. The only good news they say there is damage may be limited because it's jet fuel rather than crude oil,
Right.
and it evaporates a lot faster than the crude.
I remember when the Exxon Valdez.
Valdez.
He was drunk, wasn't
Yeah, the Valdez. Yeah, he was inebriated,
Yeah.
driving around.
But what do you think
breaking stuff.
You know,
What I think is we're watching the clock right now, and we've got to get to ABC News.
It's overrated.
I know.
This is what's matters.
Thank you so much for joining us on the WSJM Morning Show, Brett and everyone else.
Oh,
and
it's time.
we've got another hour of the WSJM Morning Show coming up next. Right now, it's 8 o'clock. We've got ABC News. Our local news is next. Good morning.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Steel and aluminum now slapped with 20